With us once again here on the Hill, she is the Republican Congresswoman from the state of Georgia. Marjorie Taylor Greene sits on the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Nice to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. We normally do this remotely, so appreciate you coming in studio. That post, look, I could talk to probably 200 Democrats, 200 Republicans, and they'd give me the party line talking points, right, on either side. You came out and said no on these health insurance premiums. Your own kids, you said their premiums would double. When did you learn of that from your kids? And I guess when they told you that or you found out about it, sort of what went through your mind?
Well, if you follow my post, health insurance is something I've been talking about for quite a while. Insurance across the board, it's crushing people. The cost of living is gone so high in the past 4.5 years, and it hasn't come down. Rent is unaffordable. You can't buy a home. A lot of people don't even know if they'll ever be able to buy a home. But insurance premiums are unbelievably high.
Up and to the right.
Yep, and they're looking to go up. Not only people on the ACA, but people that have private plans as well. This is the #1 issue I hear about in my district. I work for Georgia's 14th district, and so I'm willing to take off team jerseys, so to speak, right now and call it literally like it is. This is a crisis in America, and I really want to work on it.
So privately, are you hearing Republicans tell you, yeah, you're right, or have you not heard that yet?
I've only talked to a few people today. They agree with me. But to be honest with you, since the government is shut down, we haven't had much conversation, much communication at all within our conference, which I also think is a major problem. The House is not in session. We should be. We should be working on appropriations. That's important to me. I really want to get appropriations, tax dollars back to my district. And I also think we have other important work to do. So I was largely against the CR. I want to do appropriations, and I don't think the government should be shut down right now.
So how do Republicans don't want to tie this issue to funding. You obviously think this is an issue. It has to be taken up at the end of the year. Do you think this should be tied to the funding battle now, or get the government open and then deal with it later?
Right. Well, so I'm coming from a business background. I believe in walking and chewing gum at the same time. I think we should be able to work on all of this at the same time. What I am doing is sounding the alarm bells. This is a major crisis in America. When people are working paycheck to paycheck, they can't make ends meet, and we are looking at a massive spike in health insurance premiums. It's going to crush people. They're going to have to drop their health insurance, and that could put a lot of people in danger of being bankrupt with hospital bills or health care bills. And I don't think that's the right way to treat the American people. We're elected by them. Their taxpayer dollars fund our paychecks. They fund the entire government. And I believe the American people deserve better.
So I hear your point. The House Speaker, Mike Johnson, just spoke with our Leland Vittert. Full interview later tonight here on NewsNation. But I want to play a part of that for you and get your reaction on the other side.
There is no daylight between House Republicans, Senate Republicans, President Trump, and the White House. We're united, and that's why we're winning this fight, and it's an important one for the American people. With regard to the subsidies, remember, that is 100% a red herring. It's a distraction. This is what Chuck Schumer and the Democrats put together to try to make the issue of the day.
He said the issue of the subsidies, you couldn't hear it, so he said the issue of the subsidies is a red herring. And it's something essentially that Chuck Schumer and Democrats are talking about right now.
Well, no, the issues of the subsidies are real. It's not something that anybody can say is made up. Also, people with regular or private plans, their premiums are looking to go up a median of 18%. That's brutal. I know a lot of small business owners, like a family of 4, and they're paying $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month with deductibles of $7,000 to $10,000, and approximately 40% of these people don't even use their health insurance. So they're just burning money just in case they might have cancer, or just in case they have a terrible car accident. And then you've got single moms, many Americans that are really struggling that are on the ACA. If you double their health insurance or even triple it, these people are they're either gonna have to drop it, or they're gonna be choosing between rent and their health insurance.
So on the bigger question of health care in America, right? Obviously, the Affordable Care Act is the law of the land. 23 million Americans use it. Here's what President Trump said yesterday, and then I want to pick it up.
We are speaking with the Democrats, and some very good things could happen with respect to health care.
Would you make a deal with them on the ACA subsidies?
If we made the right deal, I'd make a deal, sure.
So he talks about speaking with the Democrats there. And the question is, look, I remember back in 2017, the first thing Republicans were going to do was repeal and replace Obamacare. Here we are 9 years later, and it's still the law of the land.
Right.
Do you want to see your party go down the path of repeal and replace Obamacare and put in Trump care or whatever the heck you want to call it?
Back in those years, I very much supported that. This was before I became a member of Congress. The ACA, Obamacare, hurt my family very much. Our health insurance went from $800 a month to over $2,400 after the ACA was passed. But here's the issue, though. We are years past this.
Yeah.
And the health insurance industry has dramatically changed. Many of these insurance companies went out of business or stopped offering health plans. So we're in a situation where the landscape has changed. Simply repealing that is not a easy solution that will solve the issue for Americans. I think it's much more complex. And that's why I'm talking about it. I'm not here as a politician saying, here's my 10-point plan. I think that's a bunch of BS.
Okay.
I'm literally here in Washington saying, we're in a crisis. We have to fix this, and I am fed up with watching American tax dollars go to everything from the Ukraine war to Israel to Egypt to Jordan, and on programs that are completely useless. I'm literally here in Washington saying, you guys, if we don't fix this right now, Americans are going to be hurting, and they really don't care about R&D. They're going to be talking about what's happening to their bank accounts, what's happening to their family, and that's how they're going to vote. And I think Republicans got to get real and actually come up with a solution.
Let me leave you with this, because you mentioned you are here in town. Thomas Massie, and I know this is an issue that you've been talking about. He's a Republican from Kentucky. The government is shut down, but the House refuses to go back in session. This is his post. Why are we in recess, he asks. He says, because the day we go back into session, I have 218 votes for the discharge petition to force a vote on releasing the Epstein files. Speaker Johnson doesn't want that to be the news. Do you think Massie is onto something there?
Possibly. You know, my signature is on that discharge petition. And there has not been another issue where I have ever received more pressure than that one. And I'm pretty much shocked by it. I can't imagine. I've never understood how this is an issue. I think when it comes to women being raped, especially when they were 14 years old, that's pretty black and white. Seems like everyone should agree that this is the information that should be released. Thomas Massie could be right about that. I'll add another issue that we have as Republicans. We have a one-seat majority right now until the Mark Green of Tennessee seat is filled, and that doesn't happen until December. So that could be another problem, especially if there's an attendance issue. I think it's multi-layered, but there seems to be a major effort to block that discharge petition.
Give me a date real quick. You think the shutdown ends when?
I have no idea, but it doesn't seem it's opening up soon. But I will say, when we're seeing airports having to shut down and we're seeing people truly suffer, there's a lot of pressure.
We're live in Burbank, California later in the show. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, thanks for coming in tonight.
You.
Nice to do this in person.
Thanks for having me.